Welcome back, Cinephiles, to another video. I'm Robbie.
I'm Chris.
And today we are reviewing the latest Marvel movie, Marvel entry number 17, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, we're up to 17 now.
17 or 18, something like that. 17, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a few there now.
In the MCU, Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Hear the music. Bond. James Bond.
Here's Johnny. Chewie, we're home.
Now I know what you're thinking. How did this happen? Well, it's a long story.
Asgard is dead.
Thor Ragnarok was directed by Taika Waititi. Stars Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Kate Blanchett, Mark Ruffalo, Jeff Goldblum,
Mm-hmm.
Taika Waititi.
Ah, Taika.
Yeah, gotta mention
We
him.
love him. We
Yes.
love him. He's fantastic.
And also Anthony Hopkins returns for a small role as well. So the plot kicks off a couple of years after Age of Ultron, which is the last time we saw Thor and Banner. And so pretty much something happens which frees Hela, who is the goddess of death, played by Kate Blanchett. She comes on and it's just pretty much devastation.
Yeah. She does not mess around.
No, she is a very intimidating bad guy.
Absolutely, yeah. Thor has definitely met his match in this one.
Thor's hammer gets smashed
Mm.
by Hela.
Yeah.
And if you've been following the Marvel Universe up till now, or if you just know Thor, you know, in the comics, no one can lift up Thor's hammer or, you know, can do anything to this hammer. She
Yeah.
stops it mid-air.
Yeah, it's his thing.
Which I thought was a bold move, but a brilliant move, because you can see straight up just how powerful Hela is.
Mm.
And it only gets bigger from then on.
Absolutely, yeah. She is a great villain. Yeah.
Great villain, great actress playing great villain.
Yep.
And yeah, definitely one of the more, because Marvel, as much as I love the Marvel Universe, one of the flaws is throughout is that the villains haven't been memorable
They've been fine.
as a whole.
Yeah.
The ones that pop out for me are Loki, even though I wouldn't really call him a villain anymore. He's more of an anti-hero. He's flip-flops all over the place.
Yeah, God of Mischief.
But like Michael Keaton as the Vulture, for me was the first great villain
Yes.
in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, what a
And
villain.
Kate Blanchett joins him as being a standout villain.
Yeah.
I still prefer Michael Keaton's Vulture over Hela.
They're definitely different characters. I think Kate Blanchett was definitely playing a more theatrical
Yes.
sort of angle.
I think it was more in terms of character development. I preferred the Vulture.
Yep.
And there was more twists and turns, more kind of like jaw-dropping scenes with him. Not in terms of him being menacing, but just how he was connected with the story.
Mm.
Whereas Hela, like there wasn't really any, after the opening scene, there wasn't really any surprises with her.
Right.
It's more just how she portrays the character that's great to watch.
Absolutely.
And
she's having fun in the role.
Yeah,
like,
who doesn't love watching Kate Blanchett doing what she does? So.
Yeah. I mean, she gets some great action scenes
Yeah.
where she takes on some of the soldiers from Asgard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, she actually has a couple of funny one-liners.
Yep.
Coming from such a dark character.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with this
Darling,
film.
you don't know what's possible.
Oh, yeah, she's got some great ones. she is menacing, she is intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Finishing up the plot is pretty much once Hela returns to Asgard, which you see in the trailer.
Yep.
Is pretty much Thor gets kind of like banished, not banished, but he gets cast aside and he gets caught up in this other planet where Jeff Goldblum is.
Yeah.
That's when he meets the Hulk.
Yep. Reuniting two characters
yeah,
together.
and it's pretty much it It does go down a bit like the predictable path where it is them obviously trying to team up,
And
then
Jeff Goldblum like gets a lot to do with
Oh,
his role, and
he was
I
great.
knew he'd play a smaller part, but what he does is he's funny. He's classic Jeff Goldblum.
yeah.
So
And then it's
watch
pretty
out
much
for him.
and then it's pretty much just Hulk and his team heading back to Asgard
Yep.
to confront Hela.
Right.
That's the film as a whole.
Yep.
So in terms of story development, it's not like breaking any new ground, but what it does compared to the first two Thors, which I enjoyed, I like the first two Thors, but they were more on the bland side.
Particularly the second one.
Yes,
For me.
this
Yeah.
one really had personality, and that is down to Taika Waititi. He steals the show.
Piss off, Ghost.
In more, anyone who's seen the film will know what we're talking about with that one.
Yeah, there's so many lines, and it's like it's just Taiki being Taiki.
Yeah,
Like,
so Taika is obviously the director, but he has a small role in this film. I'm not going to reveal who or what he plays, but as soon as you hear that voice, you'll know it's him. It's the New Zealand accent, it's the Kiwi voice, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, if you love some of Taika's films like
Hunt for the
Wilder People, which is one of my favourites of last year, or What We Do in the Shadows, you'll have a great time with this film.
There's actually a nice little What We Do in the Shadows reference.
Yep, which we won't spoil
No,
for you because
but-
you've got to check that out for yourself.
This would be, aside from Guardians, probably it would be the funniest of the Marvel movies. Thor, Loki, like I said, Hela's got a couple of lines. Taika's got some brilliant scenes. Jeff Goldblum, they are all funny. Mark Ruffalo's got some great comedy in it as well.
Yeah, and it never feels forced. It's organic.
Yeah.
It's still in these characters we've known for a little while now.
Yeah.
Most of them, apart from Jeff Goldblum, obviously a new character coming in, but we know all the main players, and none of the humour was forced.
No.
I find that's a very easy thing to do in a film like this.
And I think the brilliant thing of casting Jeff Goldblum in this role is because since this role we don't know, so we have no connection to, having just Goldblum in it, playing Jeff Goldblum essentially, we automatically connect to that because everyone, well, I hope, as far as I know, everyone loves Jeff Goldblum.
I think you could say everyone.
I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's safe to say everyone loves Jeff Goldblum.
I mean, just the way he talks is hilarious. He can just turn the most mundane dialogue into something interesting.
Yep.
So getting to things I didn't like, because I loved this film. I had a ball with it. But I did think that at times, as much as the comedy was incredible, it did compromise a bit the more dramatic side of it. And I found here, even when it's really, dire circumstances, Asgard is in absolute peril, Hell is just causing mayhem everywhere.
Yep.
There's still those one-liners in it, and I've just felt it just kept it from really being a heartfelt moment or a dramatic moment.
That's the word there. I think heart.
It's missing.
It's missing the heart.
Missing. It has loads of personality, but it's missing that heart. Like it has heart, but not as much as it should have had, considering what the theme of the film is. Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, who I forgot to mention when I was doing the cast.
Yep.
Tessa Thompson is in here as the lead female actress, taking over from Natalie Portman, who was in the first two. And she was great. I really loved her in this. And she was a very interesting character. I just would love to know a bit more about her. They do explain a bit where the Valkyries come from.
Would have been cool, maybe something explored in the next film, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really hope that they continue with the Thor franchise. I mean, this might be it. This might be the Thor trilogy.
And if it is, that's fine.
Yeah.
If they do another one.
It went out on a high note.
Yeah. Let's
but
bring Taika back.
if they do another one, bring Taika back, because he is obviously very comfortable doing these kind of films. This is without a doubt, obviously the biggest one he's ever done. And you can tell when some directors feel overwhelmed in these kind of movies.
And a little inadequate of certain things, but
here the action scenes, when the action drops, it is intense. And just
expertly shot.
Yeah, just the way the scenes are blocked out, you can. Taika feels like he's been doing this for years. Just more heart. That's what was missing. That was what was missing.
Yeah.
The music I really loved.
Yep.
The Led Zeppelin song that's in the
Immigrant Song. Yeah, which was in the trailer.
Yeah.
Actually, I think in the first trailer. I don't know if it worked for me in the film.
It worked for me in the film, I thought.
It definitely in the trailer. I liked it in the trailer, but I think it's because I'm a huge Led Zeppelin fan. Which may contribute to that. But when the action scene was going on, I thought, this might be a little bit too much.
No, I thought it worked well. Because of the tone the film had. where it definitely is. If you're going to compare it to another one of the Marvel movies, it has more in line with Guardians of the Galaxy than any of the other films. Even the color palette and the look of it looks less like Thor and more like Guardians of the Galaxy at
Absolutely,
times.
yeah, totally agree with that.
But I thought that worked very well. But the score is very different from the first two Thor movies, who were done by Patrick Doyle and then Brian Tyler.
Yep.
Those are much more operatic and theatrical scores.
Yeah.
This one, different composer, now it's Mark Mothersbaugh, and he's got a very 80s synthesizer feel to it.
Yeah, I
which
enjoyed that.
I really loved.
Yeah, it was time to definitely change things up,
Yeah.
and I think because the lush orchestral score of the first two worked well because they were playing more on the theatrical aspect of the
more
character.
the epic nature of the
Yeah,
film.
and I think the only theatrical element is probably Cate Blanchett's performance, but the whole overall feel and tone of the movie, that score wouldn't have worked well. The 80s synth, great choice.
So the only other thing that I not that I didn't like, but that I was a little bit disappointed with, was so the film is called Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok, which is the Norse apocalypse, essentially, the Norse end of times.
End of times. Yeah.
Didn't really feel like end of times ever in the film. It never really feels epic. But I mean, definitely a lot more to love than there is to critique.
Totally agree. Yeah.
I had a blast with this movie. If you like the Marvel movies, definitely go see it. If you love the Thor movies, definitely go see it.
Yeah, it's definitely for you, and I think it's good for those people that aren't necessarily a huge fan of these particular movies.
The fun thing is it can almost be a standalone movie.
Yeah.
While it still has connections to the greater MCU, it does still feel like a self-contained film, which I really liked.
It's not a trailer for the next film.
No. Great casting. The cast obviously have a ball in this movie. It's the most fun you've seen Chris Hemsworth having with Thor. Same with Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston's always having fun with Loki.
Yeah.
He is born to play that role.
Yeah, it's really a case of casting. Yeah, everyone's having a good time. It really comes
definitely,
across.
including the audience. It's great. It's great fun.
Yeah.
Just those couple little complaints I had about it, which is more just the heart of the film.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything that you've said.
Yeah.
You know, regarding that.
Yeah. Definitely in my top tier of Marvel movies. I could be in the top quarter, I say, of my favourite Marvel movies.
For sure. I think it's a definite step up from the last two films.
Without a doubt.
This is the best Thor movie I think we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
There's so many great moments in the film.
Taika, please come back to do another film.
Dude,
incredible.
You knocked it out of the park, man.
Yeah.
Like, you are doing
very
good
well
work.
Done. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Star ratings, what are you giving it?
I'm going to give this one 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
I'm going to go higher than that.
Yeah, I thought you would.
So, I'm going to get this one 4.5.
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
It's main event time. And now, I give you your incredible...
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Oh, come on.
Hey guys, so that's our thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. Let us know what you thought of the movie down in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe and all that really, really cool stuff. We love hearing from you guys. Awesome reviews coming up very soon, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, I'm Chris.
And I'm Robbie.
See you at the movies.